In this video, I'm drawing a female mouth in colored pencil. This is part one of a two-part video on this particular drawing. And this is done on a Strathmore 400 series smooth paper. The size of my drawing is actually 3 by 2.5 inches, so a very small drawing indeed. So I'm going to zoom in here just a little bit so you can see all the details that we're working in. And the initial line drawing that I did was, I usually use Col Erase pencils by Prismacolor. I really enjoy working with Col Erase Prismacolor pencils because you can erase them entirely, so it adds a lot of advantages over using graphite for your line drawing. You don't have to worry about smudging or any kind of muddying. So I'm working on the highlight area over there on the left, and then I'll shift my focus over to the shadows. But a few cheats that I can always get away with when I'm drawing a mouth is I can always make the corners of the mouth darker than anywhere else in the mouth area, in the lips especially. The recessed areas at the corners of the mouth, deeper areas of the mouth, that chasm right in there, that can always be darker because that makes sense logically that it's away from our view, so we're not able to see back there. Another thing that I did with this drawing is I put some phthalo blue over here in the shadows on the right side. There's a lot of shadows on the right side, and so I used quite a bit of blue over there. Really makes some nice rich shadows. I'm using burnt sienna for some of those red tones there in the skin. Remember, John Singer Sargent once said, "A portrait is a painting of a face with something wrong with the mouth." And there's actually a lot of truth in that. It's very difficult and can be very intimidating to draw the mouth, but if you focus on just the values and the shape and think about the overall look and how it's going to turn out, then you should be okay. And don't be intimidated by drawing a mouth, even with teeth. Tackle it head on and you should be okay. I can understand the anxiety a little bit, but once you start drawing mouths, you'll soon get over that fear. And that's pretty much true with anything that you draw. Once you start embracing it and trying to understand what it is that makes you afraid of it, then pretty soon you'll lose that fear. Most of the time I'm building up my drawings all at the same time. I want to build up all of the values very, very slowly, all the way around the face. I don't want to focus in just one little square inch or one little centimeter area and build that up to completion. That's just the way that I enjoy working in doing any type of art, but colored pencil is certainly no exception. I like to build everything up all at the same time. I'm doing that with the shadows over here as well. I want to make sure that I've got enough red in here that there's a nice blend of this burnt sienna reddish color over that phthalo blue so that it covers it up very nicely, and there's a nice blend of the two colors together for when we add skin tone in there that we want, the one that we want to end up with. So I'm using a brown ochre, and using burnt ochre, and of course burnt sienna. I'm Also going to reserve some of the areas in the corners down there by the chin, by the neckline that is being shown in this study. And I'm going to fill those in towards the end and just make those really, really dark. But I don't want that to distract me at this point. And so I'm just going to focus on the face and the skin tones right now on the face, but building these up very slowly and making sure that I'm progressing through here with a pretty light touch. As I get closer towards the end of the drawing, though, we'll see in the next video that I'm going to start pressing just a little bit harder. Certainly not burnishing, though. I'm not pressing really, really hard because I don't really need to do that. I don't think that that is just a default that we should go to as colored pencil artists. If that's something, if that's within your technique that you enjoy and you do it every time, then certainly that's different, but I reserve that type of technique for certain textures and for certain drawings. And I think it looks pretty nice at this point in time, and we've got enough of the skin tone in there, and we're going to certainly focus on the teeth more in a moment. So I'll see you in part 2. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you're ready to learn more about everything we've got going on over at Sharpened Artist, just head on over to the website sharpenedartist.com. The link will be below in the video description. We also do, for those of you who are on my email list, we do live office hours every single week. I'll see you in the next video.